jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves.
Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium. And we are underway in Allegiant Stadium. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 20 carries, 89 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10. But he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
And right away, he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Carr. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Agnew now to return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Following the fumble recovery, Carr over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Jacobs. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A gain of 6 there on first. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. After 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Lawrence. And finding the tight end Hooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Etienne is in for a touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they've lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line. Josh Lambo now for the point after.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return comes Drake. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And he'll find Hall. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Carr. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Carr going to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Devin White in there to bury him for a loss of 11. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. A handoff for Etienne. And some room to maneuver. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Open man right side is Shark. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 7 yards the pickup there. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Throwing again on second down. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Here's Carr to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Here's Jordan Berry now. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. London about set to take over on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now Lawrence to throw. The 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights are able to widen their advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return comes Drake. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Caught by Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Lambeau on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake. Carr. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Just short, no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. will start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. Traquan Smith up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. From there, we head down the West Coast to Santa Clara to check on the Niners at home at Levi's Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. The Bears try and hold on and claim victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Damian Harris over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And able to get this out to the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
7 yards the pickup there. They go play action with Lawrence. And Sharp calls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Chenot. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Carr now to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Vegas. On the return, here's Agnew. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. London about set to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw. Carr. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Hooper. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Lawrence will throw. Swings this out here for Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. First down, a run with Cohen. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lawrence to throw. That'll be caught right side, Chenault with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now Lawrence on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Black Knights add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they open the lead up now to 25. A 10-play drive that time. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our players' spotlight. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film, all that is different. You can practice it as much as you want to. You can even insert smaller, faster guys at positions to show that the speed's going to be quicker. But until the whistle blows and you play for real, it's just not the same.
And not as easy to implement on game day.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, it's Carr. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Carr keeps himself upright. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. London about set to take over on offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On first down, Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll try to run with Etienne. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times did we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raiders heading out to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 31, Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, it's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From midfield, here's Carr. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jordan Willis able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Now Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jordan Willis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
London about set to take over on offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Etienne.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
ETN with it.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for our visitors, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.